Hey, this is Parker from Route For Me. James, are you there?
Yeah, how's it going, Parker?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing quite well.
Great, great. Yeah, why don't we jump into it? I'm happy to help. See if we can help. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your business? What kind
Yeah,
of issues you're
sure.
having?
I have five drivers, and they cover their own areas. And I'm really looking for a way for the drivers to not end up in the other drivers' areas and kind of stick to their own, I'll call it like a territory, and to efficiently make sure these five drivers are going to where they need to be and not overlapping, if that makes sense.
Okay. No, that makes perfect sense. I think we can help. Why don't I jump in? I'll just log into my account here and show you how to do that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Um, yeah, it's really straightforward. Let's see here. Can you see my screen first of all? I'm just on routeforme.com homepage.
Yep, I can see it.
Okay, great. I'm already logged in, or there would be a login button here. You just log in with your email address and password. So it sounds like your drivers have kind of their own territories. So the way we break those up is if we go over to our address book. I can just go over to my address book map. And once I've inserted all of my customers, I can do that by uploading a file, manually entering them, importing data through something like QuickBooks or anything like that. Once I have all of the actual addresses in the address book, you can see they show up as pinpoints on the map. Can you see those?
Yep, I can see them.
Okay, great. If you need to change them at all, you can obviously change them from, blue to any color if I edit it here, and you can edit multiple ones at once. So I can say, hey, I want to change this to green. Maybe I want to change the actual icon and say, let's see if we have any. You said you're in the pool. Let's maybe change it to water. I can even type, so I can change the icon if I want. So anything like that can be changed to help me really kind of understand my business a little bit better. I'm not going to save that. We'll just leave these all blue as it is now. But yeah, so you can just create territories. You mentioned that basically they have territories, so let's go ahead and create a territory. You can see I've got 4 already created here, so if I turn those on, I've got my red territory 1, territory 2, territory 3, and territory 4. So to draw a territory, I could just click the button that says Draw New Territory, and let's make this one yellow. I'll call this Territory 5. You can name it whatever you want. You might name it with your driver's names or something like that. And for example, I can even zoom in while I'm actually drawing the territory if I need. Make any shape I want. You can do a circle or a square as a territory as well. Now I've got the territory. So you can kind of see the territory is here. And pretty straightforward. There's 176 addresses in the selected region, meaning for every single territory. So if I just turn on the one territory, it kind of zooms in for me and will actually show me the number of addresses that are there as well. Yeah, so any questions so far on how to make the territory? I can show you how really quickly how to plan this route, but any questions,
Um,
James?
um, no, I think I'm good so far. Yeah, I definitely
Okay.
want you to show me how to make the territory or plan the route once you've made the territory.
Okay, great. Um, so very simple. So if I just need to plan the route, I can just right-click on it and click Plan Route with Territory. That's pretty much it. So if I click Plan Route with Territory, a couple of things will come up. I can say, hey, this is for driver John. I can name it whatever I want. Maybe I name it for Tuesday, January 24th, which would be tomorrow. I can choose my departure point. So if I have John's address actually already, if he's working from home or starts off from home, or if he starts off from headquarters, wherever it is, if it's already in there, I can just start typing in John, and it would actually pop up. In this case, I can just, these are in Miami, so you can see all of the different ones pop up from my address book, all of the different stores or customers. or I can just choose a general starting point. I start the optimization. This is going to be a single driver route. Let's say it's going to be round trip in this case. And then I create the route and let the system just plan it for me. You can see the number of stops in there might be a little difficult. There are quite a few along kind of a straight road there, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we're starting the route here. It's planned the route very, very quickly within seconds here and creates the most efficient route. So basically we're going from stop 1 all the way through to stop 20. Nice little round trip that we've got here, and now if we need to assign this to our driver, all we have to do is click Edit and Assign User. So if I say, hey, we'll go ahead and assign this user, I can just say, hey, assign this to driver 2, driver 1. Of course, these can say your driver names. If you'd like them to actually say your driver names, you can do that as well. So as soon as I assign it to them, they'll be able to bring up the route on our free mobile app to get turn-by-turn directions, navigation, to be able to add notes, anything like that. So
Okay, I have a question.
sure.
So now that this route has been planned, how would I add or remove an address?
Yeah, there's multiple ways to add an address. If you just need to remove one, that's quick and easy. Like, so for example, number 1, I can click on the X and cancel it. There's reasons if you want to cancel it as well, or just, click cancel. To add something, there's a number of ways to add something in. You can literally zoom in on a stop, or if you know where it is on the map, and you can say, hey, right-click on the map and add this address after the last stop or at the optimal position. It's up to you. If you put it at the last stop, for example, you can drag and drop wherever you'd like to on the sequence, just wherever it makes sense. You can also put on the address book. So if I turn on the address book, you'll see that there's a lot of other pinpoints that show up. So these are the pinpoints that showed up from the other territories. So, for example, maybe a driver has to cover, for someone who's, not able to make it. Maybe their truck broke down, so hey, we need to add these on. I can just add that to the route in that way. So these actually were from my address book. I can also insert an address. I can just click insert an address, start typing it, and again it pulls from the address book. If I start typing in Miami, for example, you can see in parentheses at the end here we've got customer 97, and again that's however we want to name it. In this case, we just use a arbitrary number just for demonstration purposes. But if you've got a new customer that comes in, or just something as an emergency comes up, you can just type in an address and add it to the route that way. So,
Okay,
does that make sense?
yeah, speaking of new customer, how would I see that there's a pop-out window there with a lot of information. How would I put in customer information to be viewed for later or during the route or at any time?
Yeah, so probably what you would do is add them to your address book first, either the address book list or the map. These are the same, so if you put an address into the list, it will populate in the map view. So you can do it from either. I'll just kind of show you from the map. So for example, I'll just grab kind of a random spot, but you can just manually type in the address from the list view. If you type in from the list view, you'll notice if it's down here somewhere, it will automatically populate on the map, so you don't have to add them to a territory. If you do need to rearrange the territory, you can always rearrange it, change the size, redraw a territory, anything like that. But yeah, very simple. I can just add an address. I'll add the nearest valid address, so this will be a bit random. I grab 1493 Cascade Boulevard, Miami. I'll go ahead and just add that one in. So you can see it's now there. It's in the territory. It tells me there's 21 addresses in the selected region. It even tells me down here I can see how many addresses are in each territory. So there's 38 in this one, 21 in this one. So yeah, does that answer the question in terms of how to add a customer? And that data will be there. So for example, all of the data that you want to enter, location details, if you have custom data, maybe they have a special instruction, you can put that in there, like a gate key or a door code or anything like that. Maybe there's a dog, so you can say beware of dog, anything like that. So,
Great. Yeah, that definitely answered my question.
great. Yeah, any other questions you had? Or
Yeah, so I do have one last question. Sometimes me and my team, we like to kind of compare two of these together. And is there a way to make a copy of this and then I can compare two and maybe make some changes to one and see how it affects the
Sure.
other?
Yeah, easiest way to do that, you just go to your routes list. So if I click on the little icon here, go to my routes list. You can do it with a routes map as well, but it's just simple. Routes list just shows it. We plan the one route, so that's the only route that's showing up in our list here. Routes are automatically saved as soon as they're planned, so you don't have to worry about clicking save. I can click the little gear icon right here and just say, hey, let's go ahead and duplicate this route. So let's duplicate the route. It makes a copy instantly of it, and you can see here it is, and it tells me I have the duplicate. So I can compare them side by side if I want to compare. If I go in, make changes to a particular route, I can just go ahead and compare them as well. And if I need to at all, make those changes. So if I click File and compare selected routes, it's even going to give me all the data. So these are exactly the same. I didn't make any changes, but if I were to make those changes, I can see the difference in distances, the difference in time, the service time, everything like that is all there. So easy to make and compare routes and duplicate them or make a copy essentially. So does that help?
Yep, it sure does.
Okay, great. Anything else or that I can help with?
No, I think that answered all my questions.
All right, great. Well, if you haven't already, go ahead and start a free trial at routeforme.com. And there's a free trial, no credit card required. And if you have any issues at all, please reach out to support. We're here to help. Click on the little question mark icon. If you click on support, of course we have a blog. There's lots of stuff there, but you can give us a call. You can submit a case if there's an issue at all. There's a live chat with us, so if you click live chat, it's just going to bring up a live chat. Or you can go to our knowledge base and find an answer. You can just kind of search for something really quickly. So if you need us at all, please give us a call. Happy to help. So thanks, James.
Thank you.